Hey, people. All right, let's do this. Oh, it's late. Oh, is it late? Oh! Hi, everybody. How are we out there? Thanks, I'm good. How about you? I'm actually really good because I got what I wanted, which was more Dodgers, more Blue Jays, more everything. And I very much enjoyed it. I'm kind of a mess, kind of like everybody. Let me just take a look at what's going on here. Yeah, that's not great. Let's just see if we can just... oh my. Well, and that's how I feel from watching the game. Imagine how the guys who played in the game actually feel. What an epic we had tonight at Dodger Stadium. Twitch viewers, I see you out there. Thank you for joining in. Go ahead and drop a comment in the chat. Let me know who you're rooting for, Dodgers or Blue Jays. If you are a new viewer to the stream, you will be surprised to find out I am rooting for both. I am rooting for both the Dodgers and the Blue Jays because they are my two favorite teams. You can see their hats right behind me here. Dodgers hat from last year's World Series and Blue Jays historical hat right there with their better logo. The panel, the white panel, I know, so there's controversy on the white panel. The white panel they're currently wearing does not have the red baseball. I prefer the red baseball look. I hope they bring it back. And now that they've lost two in a row with the white panel, maybe they'll go back to this all blues. Who knows? Just be prepared for the Blue Jays to continue their uniform changing ways, because that is a team that likes to fiddle, faddle with their uniforms. Hey, what a game of World Series baseball that was. What a game, right? I mean, do you guys remember Tyler Glasnow pitched in that game? Yeah, it feels like about 3 years ago, but he did. Just as sure as Max Scherzer did as well. I know, right? Crazy. But, yeah, they pitched their little hearts out, and then all of a sudden, the bullpens that couldn't, could. The bullpens that couldn't, all of a sudden, could. And boy, oh boy, was that a baseball game of baseball. Technically a doubleheader. With a walk-off in the bottom of the second ninth inning. A scoreless second game until that homer. Scoreless from the seventh inning, I believe, when Ohtani tied it up with his inevitable home run, which would be the last time they'd get a bat anywhere near his hands. And I agree with some of those calls. I disagree with some of them. We'll discuss that. When is the right time to walk Shohei Ohtani? Hint, it's not never, as the Blue Jays seem to be abiding by, like that it's always the right time to walk him. No. It is not. The man is mathematically from another planet, but even from another planet, you still have about a 70% chance of getting him out. So why put the winning run on base deliberately where a walk and a bloop single can beat you? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but I am not a major league manager. And who can fault any of the strategic calls made tonight by either manager who managed the most amazing 18-inning World Series game I've seen in at least 8 years? Because I did, as she did 8 years ago, I guess, in 2018, my now 14-year-old stayed up to the bitter end with me. Although, of course, both times it has not been bitter because the Dodgers have won. But she was up all night, basically, even though she has, like, I don't know, rowing in the morning or something, some kind of commitment. But her dad is like, blow off the commitment. We're watching baseball. Look, we have a parenting rule in this household. And the rule is, as long as it's the playoffs and the Dodgers are an extra inning, you may stay awake. You don't have to go to bed. No. I would never do that to a child. Okay? I would never do that to a child. That was where I drew the line on parenting. And so I haven't. If it's extra innings and the Dodgers are playing, sure, absolutely. We have priorities in my household. Okay? These are very important priorities. And one of them is like if it's extra innings in the playoffs, you don't have to go to bed. Now, you will be tired tomorrow and potentially quite cranky. But we can't allow that to get in the way of our fandom, of what it means to be a true believing baseball fan. Can we? No, of course not. And so, as she did all those years ago, the 14-year-old stayed up, watched the whole thing. Now, this time she was joined by the 12-year-old, who may have dozed off a little bit before Freddie Freeman's home run. Don't tell her. But we rewound the TiVo real quick and made it, hey, look, it actually just happened. Watch. But she did a great job, as did everyone who watched tonight. America's favorite Phillies fan, TM, Amy Huggins, was there for the first 17 innings, or the first 16 innings. I don't know. She might have left after inning 17, but she had brought Philly cheesesteak over for dinner, so she was welcome to stay as long as she wanted. Frankly, again, we have another rule in my house. You bring Philly cheesesteak, you can stay as long as you want. So, an evening of rules at Clan Campbell Homestead. Tonight's post-game show, of course, being brought to you by a new sponsor tonight. It's Dr. Pepper Cherry. Dr. Pepper Cherry flavor. When your Dr. Pepper prune flavor is not quite enough and you want to switch to something even more sweet and refreshing with cherry, naturally and artificial flavors. Now, wait a minute. That does not say, yes, it does. Cherry, naturally and artificially flavored. Oh, I guess that kind of makes sense. Kind of. Let's see. Disgusting, but delicious. So who you liking? 2-1 Dodgers now. 2-1 Dodgers in this series after Freddie Freeman goes Freddie. That's what Freddie do. You know Freddie, he just likes to hit late inning home runs at Dodger Stadium in the World Series to win the game. Boy, how is that signing looking for the Dodgers? Atlanta Braves, thank you for being dumb. We appreciate it. We're probably going to give 2 World Series now for the Dodgers. And what can you say? You let a gamer go. That's on you. That's not on us. That's on you. So congrats again to Freddie for once again coming through in the clutch, as he is wont to do. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I do have to say, I see out there in Instaland, some of my favorite people are stopping by. A big hand for Angie Crouch. Angie, hi, how are you tonight? Good to see you. Were you at the game? Did you enjoy the game? Leave us a comment. Let us know how you felt. Be very interested in your opinions. Angie, from the greater Detroit area, probably grew up a Tigers fan. Am I wrong? Who knows? Tigers. I hope that's not a sore subject. I think she's a converted Dodger fan. You've lived in LA long enough to be a Dodger fan now, right? I hope so. But yeah, an amazing game with amazing, look, remember the second inning or something where Bo Bichette got thrown out on a walk? That was weird. There's weird stuff happening all over this game. That was very odd. And the home plate umpire tonight, guys, I know it's hard to umpire a baseball game, but you've got to do better. And I know next year the challenge thing is coming, but why are we only doing challenges? Let's just give the balls and strikes. It is an empirical fact of did that ball hit the strike zone or not. If we're going to take judgment out of it on certain plays, only if the pitcher, catcher, or batter object, hey, let's get a review of that. Just take it all out. Take it all out. Just have the umpire signal what the ABS system says. Because there were a lot of surprise batters tonight. There were a lot of times people were like, oh, that was a strike or a ball? Wow. And that shouldn't be the case. And especially it shouldn't be the case that it causes such a miscommunication that a Blue Jay gets picked off first base because people are, the batter is running to first base. The umpire gave like a 4-second, Leslie Nielsen and the Police Squad movie the Naked Gun pause before he finally indicated a strike. It was kind of like, hey, yeah, come on, let's go. What are you waiting for? Let's go. Let's call that strike right away, loud and clear and proud, and let people know. But he's got to wait. He's got to like make it dramatic with a hey, which could mean bah. You tell me the difference between hup and hey. I can't hear a difference. Can you? And then, of course, 3 seconds later, mechanic. There's a great channel, Close Call Sports, on YouTube, that is an umpire-based channel and rules-based channel. And I hope to goodness that Lindsay over at the channel does a thing about umpire mechanics, because the mechanics must never get in the way of the competition. And tonight it was a little bit ump show there at the beginning. And then the strike zone tonight, it took 2 pitches for the guy to miss a ball strike. I mean, if you're 50-50 on the first 2 pitches, that's not great if you're a World Series home plate umpire. It's not great. It's not what you're looking for. But when this story of this game is told, all people will remember is that Freddie Freeman did it again. Because Freddie Freeman is Freddie freaking Freeman. And he got up there and he was looking for a pitch. And he found a pitch. And he hit that pitch. He hit that to the deepest part of the park. And who here thought Varsho was going to go and grab it? I did. I thought there was a non-zero chance Varsho would bring that one back. Well, hello. I have some sounds alerting because I want to hear if people chat and I want to be able to get them. So you might hear some sounds in the background. Don't be alarmed. It's perfectly normal-ish. And so the way things go, I thought that ball had a good chance of dying because the nighttime fog had started to come in. The ball does not carry as well deep into the night at Dodger Stadium as it does during the day or afternoon. Tomorrow, you could see some balls flying out of the stadium. More about that in a little bit. But the hot weather expected tomorrow and an early, a 5 o'clock start time, it means it'll still be pretty warm, I think, when we get underway with baseball live from Chavez Ravine. There's a little ticker down there that says we're going to have live coverage from Dodger Stadium. We? Like you and me? Well, how about that? I guess we'll see what happens. So I thought Freddie's blast had a chance to not go out, as the kids like to say, but in fact, it did go out. Yay, Fredward. Getting it done again, as he often does. Now, as always, our correspondent in New York City, TV's Alana Campbell, was watching tonight's 18-inning affair from her favorite spot, Taqueria St. Mark's, which is the East Coast Dodger headquarters, I guess, in New York City. Allow me, while we're discussing this, to, get a little lower third made up for her. Why not? But she, we were talking about the 16th inning, and I told her, let's see, how do you spell Taqueria St. Mark's? Taqueria? Oh, man. You shouldn't try to spell taqueria after midnight. Let me just put it to you that way. I said to her, Alana, look, whatever happens, make sure that you record the inevitable Dodgers walk-off that you are sure to record. Do it in landscape, not portrait, so we can actually use it on the air this time. And she did, which is nice. So let's take a look. Taqueria St. Mark's Place, best Latin American in New York. There you go. It's good stuff. Good stuff. On their website here, it does not really, let's see if they mentioned the about. About? Not that much about. But it is the Dodger Bar in New York City. Oh, I love when that glare from the webpage changes the light on my face. You can tell that's how you know this is a professional stream. We're doing a lot of light management here. So let's see. Let's do that. New York City tonight. And then we'll take a look and we will see the amazement, the excitement, the fun that happened as Freddie Freeman hit his home run. And I believe that video is ready for us now. So let's take a look at the action earlier tonight as Freddie Freeman became the World Series hero yet again.
Please, 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 please.
Looks like a good time at the old taqueria tonight. What do you think? A pretty good time seeming to be had by all. So you gotta love that. Again, an amazing game, and it's going to be followed up by another amazing game coming up here very soon. Game 4. The World Series waits for no man, and we will continue on with Game 4 of the World Series in just 18, 17 short hours. So Ohtani better go home and sleep fast. Now, on the post-game show, I heard briefly the Fox crew talking about, well, maybe they'll move Ohtani back to Game 5. There would be a riot if they moved Ohtani back to Game 5. And I say this on behalf of all Game 4 ticket holders. Now, I understand they got to win the World Series. That's what they're trying to do. But don't move Ohtani to Game 5. We want to see Ohtani tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going. Oh, I'm going to be there. Yeah, thanks to some friends, I am able to attend tomorrow's game. Very excited about it and looking forward to it, frankly. Never been to a World Series game. Still trying to decide if I wear Blue Jays gear exclusively or Dodgers and Blue Jays 50-50, like with two shirts. Wear a Blue Jays shirt when they bat and a Dodger shirt when they bat. It's a lot of work, and I'm guessing it would be annoying to the people sitting around me, but it would accurately reflect my fandom, which is split 50-50 between the Dodgers and Blue Jays. I could also go Dodgers pin, Blue Jays shirt, Dodgers hat. And that kind of tells a story also. I got the pin and the hat for the Dodgers, but the shirt for the Blue Jays. I think that's probably how it's going to end up. They're my two favorite teams. As I said when the World Series was set, I've already won. I don't mean to be smug. I'm honestly not. I'm just trying to enjoy a great World Series. And so far what we have is a great World Series. And I'm hopeful that games 4, 5, 6, and 7 could continue that same theme. That would be awesome. But tonight, Freddie Freeman is the hero. Let me know what you think. Is walking Ohtani? Oh, yeah, this is actually something that you could comment on if you were so desirous. My friend Amy and I were sitting around tonight, and as they walked Shohei time after time after time after time after time after time, we finally said, who's paying to watch this? I mean, he reached base 9 times tonight, but like 5 of them were by walk. 4 intentional, right? Maybe. And 1, maybe 3 intentional and 2 unintentional, intentional, whatever the breakdown was. But they're just giving him first base automatically now. What would, how baseball in the last couple of years has tweaked some rules to make the game more appealing to people? Well, stay with me here. What if we change the baseball rules so that you only had a limited number of intentional walks per game? You've got 2 intentional walks. Use them, and then you get like 1 more intentional walk for extra innings. But other than that, People pay to see Shohei Ohtani hit the baseball. People don't pay to watch John Schneider put up 4 fingers and send him to first. And I know in the Dodgers situation, they're very unique in that Mookie Betts is standing by. He's great. And of course, Freddie, Will Smith, Teoscar, Max Muncy. It's not like, walking Shohei gets you that much of an easier path. However, I felt a little cheated. I wanted to see Shohei bat against the Blue Jays. Don't we all? A little, I think. Here, let me see if am I looking in the right place? I hope so. Right down the barrel. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I would not be opposed to that rule change. 2 intentional walks per game. Maybe even limit 1 per player. And the rest of the time, good luck. We get to see these players play. But the Barry Bonds-ish strategy of just automatic walking would become a thing of the past. And I don't think anybody would be upset about that. I think we'd all want to see the best players in the game. Now you could always, look, you can't legislate out the intentional walk. But that adds another element of risk. If there are runners on and a base open, what if you pitch around a guy so hard that you throw a wild pitch? You still have a risk to the situation. The risk is not entirely eliminated. With nobody on, yeah, you could. Or at least, make him do the old stand up and put the arm. I know they're trying to make the game shorter and stuff, but I don't know. They've done a good job at that with the pitch clock, but I still want to see Shohei bat. Boy, that's a tough loss for your Blue Jays. But I think of any of the teams that are well equipped to rebound from that, the Blue Jays are definitely one of them. They're young, scrappy, and hungry. And I think they'll not throw away their shot. It became a Hamilton tribute halfway through. I don't know why. I'm sorry. And we'll see how it goes. Your Blue Jays, it's tough, when you ended up losing George Springer. Let's talk about that. The Springer oblique pull, that doesn't look good. Muncy's dealt with those before. That's 6 weeks. So I don't expect we'll see George Springer again in the playoffs, which is sad for Dodger fans who like to boo, and a big blow to Toronto's offense because Georgie Porgy is a great threat at the top of that lineup. But it ended up being a lot of at-bats being taken tonight in crucial situations by Miles Straw. Nothing against Miles. He's just not George Springer. It just, I felt that by the second go round of extra innings, like the innings 10 through 18, it almost had the feel of a spring training game for the Blue Jays because so many of Bo Bichette had been subbed out. Springer was injured. Eventually, Alejandro Kirk had to get pinch run for. Smart move, and Heineman's available, so go ahead and use him. But it was definitely difficult to watch not our best Blue Jays get the at-bats against the Dodgers relievers, who were insane, crazy, go nuts. I mean, did the circle of trust just expand tonight? I don't know. I mean, even Kirsch got an out, when he needed to. Did everyone else have the same thought that I had and Amy had, and I think everyone had when Kirsch came in? Oh, dear God, no. Please let this just go well. I could easily have seen him giving up a bases clearing double or something, and that would have just been crushing. So I was not at all sad when he induced the weak grounder to Edman. And boy, Tommy Edman, that guy had a game, huh? It was all over. Up, down, all around. Errors, fielding gems. Had a couple chances for key hits. We kept looking at each other like, oh, is this the Tommy Edman redemption right here? Is this the natural arc of this storyline? No, it was not. It was to be a repeat of last year's Freddie Freeman heroics. And sure enough, in the first game of the World Series played at Dodger Stadium this year, Freddie Freeman ended it with a last inning home run. It's kind of stretching to make the analogy to his walk-off grand slam where the Dodgers were losing, if you'll recall, to the Yankees. This time it was a tie game, and it was not the 9th inning, or the 10th inning. It was the 18th inning, which just by itself is crazy. Enriquez, unbelievable. All of the Dodger relievers, just a parade of what we expected to be horribles. Turned out, it all worked out. I think Blake Trinan made it on and off the mound without killing himself, or the Dodgers. Banda, everyone pitched really well. And boy, to see Yamamoto down there in the 18th, getting ready just in case. Yikes. Okay, Yoshi, we know you're good. Relax. I don't know about that move. Snell, chill. Yoshi, put a jacket on. Try not to get injured. They might need him for a critical Game 6 back in Toronto, if the Blue Jays can win one of the next 2 games, which I think right now is the Blue Jays' plan. Win one of the next 2 games. And of those 2, which one are they more likely to win? Well, tomorrow you've got Shohei. Theoretically, this may have changed while we've been on the air. And since I've been on the air talking with you guys, I haven't really been keeping up with like the Dave Roberts post game. But from what I saw on the Fox broadcast, Dave seemed to indicate that Shohei was good to go tomorrow. And I know that Shohei on the post game broadcast indicated he was good to go. So let's do it. Let's get Ohtani out there. Why not? And then Shane Bieber throwing for Canada in an attempt to even the series, two games apiece. If he is not able to do so, if Ohtani dials up another masterwork and the Blue Jays fall behind 3-1, the Dodgers would then have a chance to win the World Series Wednesday at Dodger Stadium. And I believe we're back to the Game 1 pitchers for that one, right? Which would be Snell versus Savage. Maybe. So we'll see what happens. That's a long way away. You've still got tomorrow's game, and the Blue Jays are not out of this by any means. And I hope everyone who was predicting a quick Dodgers sweep now understands how silly that prediction was. The Blue Jays are tough. They're a tough, scrappy, gritty Canadian hockey-style team. They'll take this. Look, I'm not worried about, they're not going to be deflated tomorrow. I think they'll look and see that they had plenty of chances tonight. Lucas had some missed opportunities. Vlad did pretty good, but, they can't do everything. Ernie Clement, I thought, was a little B- C+ tonight, just in results, not an effort or attempt, but didn't get the results he was looking for. Jimenez, and there was some really bad Blue Jay bunting, right? And a guy like line drive a bunt to Freddie Freeman, that's not good. You don't like to see that. Swing away. I think that was with 2 strikes, so swing away. Just an incredible game of baseball tonight. So fun. And one of those nights where I was just so proud to be a fan of both these teams. It's really great to see your favorite teams compete at the highest level and almost to a draw. These are very evenly matched teams, and the Blue Jays offense is certainly capable of having another Game 1 style eruption at any moment. And depending on how Ohtani throws tomorrow, could be tomorrow. If they can get into the bullpen, who knows if day 2 magic still exists for all of the Dodger relievers who pitched tonight. However, Toronto's bullpen equally depleted and equally leaky in the postseason, notwithstanding tonight's shutout that both bullpens authored for 9 innings plus. Back to do you walk Ohtani or not walk Ohtani? In the 7th inning, when the Blue Jays had a 1-run lead and an Ohtani homer would tie the game and first base was open, that's when you walk him. Right? That's when you say, okay, this guy is not the guy who's going to beat us. Whatever, I think. Then in the 9th inning and extra innings, when he was like, okay, let's put him on base, I am of the firm opinion to never intentionally walk the winning run onto base, because I've seen that happen too many times. I think it happened in the Yamamoto near no-hitter, where the Dodgers got cued in the extra inning or whatever inning it was, 9th inning. Well, I guess I think that game went to extras, didn't it? But they decided to walk the winning run onto base, and the winning run came around to score. I would never, I just think at, even at 65-35 odds of getting an out, if, anybody is hitting 350 or under, try to get the out. The winning run is the winning run. I don't like putting it on base with an intentional walk. However, I think almost all the other walks of Ohtani tonight were justifiable. I just thought Schneider semi-misplayed that one, and it did end up costing the Jays because Ohtani did hit that second home run in the 7th inning, which tied the game and sent us into our 18-inning baton death march of baseball, which I loved. Frankly, I was good for another 4 or 5 innings past that. I kind of wish it had gone to the 19th just so it would be 1 inning more, than the Max Muncy Red Sox Dodgers World Series game. It's kind of disappointed. Would have liked to see 19. Also, 19, the pitching gets real funky. Real funky. I mean, Dave's telling, Ken Rosenthal or something that, we might have to have a position player pitch. I thought that was interesting. In 703 games of World Series history, the Fox graphic said no position player has ever pitched. Dave Roberts can change that. Easy. If it gets to be 11-2 Blue Jays tomorrow or something, Kike's coming in. He's going to just punt that game and give his bullpen the rest of the day off to get them ready for, game 5. Oh, please. Somebody get the half batting helmet ready for Kike because, or was it Miggy Rowe? I think he later went to after Kike lost his emergency relief mop-up duties because he was really, really terrible. How bad do you have to be as a position player pitcher to lose your job as the position player pitcher? It was pretty bad. Pretty bad. So I think Miggy Rowe gets the call tomorrow, should the Blue Jays jump out to a 10-plus run lead at any given time. And as noted, always a possibility with their offense. So we shall see. As previously noted, and I'll wrap on this note, I should be able to provide you some live coverage from the stadium tomorrow. And that will be irregular coverage, early, late, in between, who knows when. I'll do my best to keep you all informed. Might be doing a little more text posting than live video. I bet the live video situation out there probably gets pretty dire around game time because of the concentration of cell phones, et cetera, et cetera. At minimum, I'll try to record some things and upload them and get them on. So keep an eye out for that. Let's see. Well, we've gone into extra innings, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. I know I got glasses here somewhere. Those aren't the right glasses. I got to find the right glasses. These ones right here are the ones I'm looking for. Thank you. One last check of the comments. Anybody? All right. Well, if you watched tonight or if you're watching in the morning, I really do appreciate it. This has been a fun stream to do. And a really fun win for the Dodgers as Freddie Freeman, again, the hero in extra innings, 18 innings of World Series baseball, coming to a close with Freddie's walk-off homer to center field, just providing another indelible image of World Series heroics at Dodger Stadium. A fun one tonight at the Ravine, and we will have some coverage out there tomorrow for you. And I look forward to it. And I hope you look forward to it too. But for now, why are you watching this? Go to bed. I'm going to bed. Let's all go to bed. It's after 1 in the morning. Last time I did a Dodger stream at 1 in the morning, they were getting ready to play the season opening games in Tokyo, I think, against the Cubs. So a good morning to all our Japanese friends, or a good afternoon, since it's like 4 or 5 in the afternoon there now. Again, thanks for watching, either live or tape delayed. And if you have any other comments, leave a comment below. I'll try to answer them on the next stream. And I do appreciate everyone sticking in with us tonight for that 18-inning marathon, which ends in Dodger victory. We will see you tomorrow live from Dodger Stadium. Bye-bye.